Once upon a time in a lush green forest, there lived a majestic peacock. His feathers were a dazzling array of colors, deep blues, radiant greens, and shimmering golds. Every morning, the peacock would fan out his tail and strut around the forest, basking in the admiration of the other animals. They couldn't help but marvel at his beauty. His feathers glittered in the sunlight, and wherever he went, all eyes followed. But with beauty came pride. The peacock looked down on everyone around him, especially the small and modest sparrow, who flew around gathering food quietly without attracting attention. "Look at you," the peacock sneered one day. "With such dull brown feathers, I don't even understand how you can bear to be seen. You should be ashamed of yourself." The sparrow, while hurt, responded gently, "True, I do not have the dazzling beauty that you possess, but every creature in this forest has its own strengths and purpose." The peacock laughed mockingly. "Purpose? You serve no purpose at all, while I, with my feathers, bring joy to everyone who sees me. My beauty is unmatched. You, on the other hand, are insignificant." Days went by, and the peacock's arrogance grew. He took longer walks through the forest, ensuring every animal had a chance to witness his beauty. He barely flew anymore, for he didn't want to exert himself and risk damaging his precious feathers. One afternoon, the skies began to darken. A storm was brewing, and all the animals hurried to find shelter. The peacock, however, was too busy admiring his reflection in a nearby pond to notice the growing clouds. As the winds picked up and the rain started to pour, he realized it was too late to fly to safety. The storm raged on, and the peacock's feathers, now drenched, felt heavy, making it impossible for him to take flight. His beautiful plumage was soaked and plastered against his body. Panicked, he searched for cover but found none. Suddenly, the humble sparrow appeared, flying effortlessly through the rain. She had taken shelter earlier, but seeing the peacock struggling, she returned. "Peacock," she called, "come with me. I know a safe place where we can shelter from the storm." The peacock, desperate and with no other choice, followed the sparrow. She led him to a small, hidden cave where they both took refuge. The peacock sat, shivering, his feathers ruined by the rain. He glanced at the sparrow, who was calmly perched on a rock, dry and safe. As the storm subsided, the peacock felt ashamed. His pride had left him vulnerable, and it was the very creature he had belittled who had saved him. I don't understand," the peacock stammered. "Why would you help me after the way I treated you?" The sparrow smiled kindly. "Because we all need help at times, and kindness should never be withheld, even from those who have wronged us." The peacock, humbled by her words, realized the truth. His beauty, though admired, had blinded him to what really mattered: kindness, humility, and the strength that lies within every creature, no matter how small or plain they seem. Days passed, and the peacock's feathers dried and regained their former glory, but something had changed. He no longer strutted around with the same arrogance. He began to notice the other creatures of the forest, appreciating their skills and contributions. The quick fox, the wise owl, the playful squirrels, and, of course, the humble sparrow, all had their own unique qualities. One day, the peacock approached the sparrow again. "I owe you an apology," he said softly. "For far too long, I have valued only outward appearances and ignored the true worth of those around me." The sparrow nodded, accepting his apology with grace. "It's not too late to change," she replied. "Pride can blind us, but humility can open our eyes." From that day on, the peacock was no longer known as the proud bird of the forest, but as the wise one. He shared his newfound understanding with the other animals, reminding them that beauty fades, but kindness and humility endure. He and the sparrow became good friends, and together they flew across the forest, their bond a testament to the power of change and the importance of seeing beyond the surface. And so, the animals of the forest lived in harmony, each contributing to the community in their own way, valuing not just beauty, but wisdom, strength, and compassion. Moral: True beauty lies not in outward appearances, but in the kindness and humility of the heart.